Hey guys, welcome to Mom's.
I'm keeping that.
Hey guys, welcome to Mom Said. My name is Gabe Gibbs.
And you'll never know my name.
Her name's Allie Gibbs.
My nose is so stuffy.
And you'll never know my name. Her name's Allie Gibbs. And this is a podcast. Keep it together. This is a podcast made by 3 adult siblings.
But it's not about that.
But it's not about that. In fact, it's often about that.
Did we do that wrong?
Who does that? Anyway, welcome to this episode. Hey, did you guys hear that Katy Perry went to space?
Stop. We say too many things.
We talk about Katy Perry going to space.
What's
we talk
interesting about this episode is we're starting to form some segments of the podcast, never before seen. We do Did You Know? We did Ranking of the Brothers, and we do this new thing called Late Takes, where we give our take on something that everybody else has already given their take on.
For a month.
So we know our take is safe because we've heard them all.
Yeah. So
buckle
we
up
don't
for that.
get canceled.
Oh, we also talk about what it feels like to be Gabe is about to have a baby in like 10 minutes.
And I don't know what it feels like yet. So, hey,
Okay,
here's
spoiler.
me. Here's me not knowing what it feels like. This is a fun episode. Thanks, y'all, for listening.
Thank you. Hit it, Grant. Mama said.
You know?
Yeah. Blast off. Did you guys hear that Katy Perry went to space?
Yeah, did you guys hear about this? Wait a second.
Wait
you
a
guys,
second.
Did you guys hear about this?
You want to know our take
Grant,
on it?
I don't know if you heard about it. You want to know our take? You want to know our take
I bet
on
you're dying to
Katy
hear
Perry
our
going to
take
space?
3 weeks later after everyone and their mother has weighed in.
I do like that for us. I do like that for us.
Where we give away late take.
We give a late
breaking
take.
take. You know
Late
what?
breaking take
We
is kind of
take in-
fun.
We take in all the takes we can to make sure that we're above board.
And
Then we give our take.
I think in general,
Women can do whatever they want.
first and foremost,
First and foremost.
women can do whatever they want.
Literal crimes.
I want to be
care.
on record. Let me tip my hat up so the camera sees me. Women can do whatever they want
With their bodies, with their minds, with their crimes.
with their journeys into different spheres.
Totally. Go to space. Go to space.
Stratosphere. They can leave this stratosphere. They can leave this atmosphere.
Can I say something? The
Please.
other day,
Women can do whatever they want.
Totally. The other day, I got on my little red bike and I biked to the bar by my house, wine bar.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 glasses of wine, maybe 1, can't remember, with my friend Kate.
Sounds like 2. Sounds like 2.
With my friend Kate, and then I biked home. And the feeling
I think we're built for that.
of biking home from the wine bar over that big orange bridge as the sun is setting
Is alive.
I could have biked to the moon.
Yeah.
That's what made me think of it.
Alive.
I could have blasted off to the moon on my bicycle.
You on the bike.
I'm biking to the moon. Eat your heart out, Katie. I'm biking to the moon.
Okay, truly, here's my thing. Here's what I said here's what I don't like about the Katy Perry thing. I said to some friends I was with the other
We
day.
actually are giving a take on this.
No,
now.
yeah. I said to some friends the other day where it came up in conversation, of course.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, but if someone offered for you to go to space, you'd go to space, right? Like you'd do that. You'd take the trip.
100%.
Exactly.
I'd go
And
to
all
space. Are you kidding?
And all my like eat the billionaires, celebrities are terrible friends were like, no, I wouldn't. You wouldn't go to space?
You wouldn't go to space if someone
they were
offered
like,
you
you can go to space for 15 minutes, you'd go to space.
I'd go to space.
If it wasn't like, if there was no cost, like I'm not talking about like money, like you have to be rich and you have to be whatever. You right now, they're like, you want to go to space
If
for 15 minutes?
Like I'm thinking of myself like at my job, I get asked to do crazy stuff all the time. If they looked at me and they were like, we have to send someone to space next week, Allie, are you willing to go? I'd be like, yeah, I'll go to space.
Yes.
Yeah,
especially,
I'll go to space.
And it's not like we're going there for a month, or it's not even like, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing asked of them. It's a cool trip.
Oh my God, you could be home for lunch. I'll go to space. I'll be back for lunch.
That's fire, actually.
Order me a margarita. I'll be right back. Just going to space real quick with one single daisy.
That means that those ladies technically did get to say, I was in space this morning.
Right.
That's
Earlier
crazy.
today, I was in space.
And we're headed towards a Brian Regan joke that is so famous, and I don't think we need to do it.
Myself. Guys, I learned something new about myself this weekend.
Is that all we have on Katy Perry?
Yeah.
Genuinely, what's your take
what
on...
what can we say that hasn't been said?
I know, but that's the point of late take.
A late take?
Late take.
That's a new segment, late take.
Late take.
3 weeks later, we give our take.
Genuinely, I think everyone is overreacting about going to space. Go to space. That's fine. I do think Katy Perry's annoying as frick.
I do think it's... okay, careful. She listens. I do think it's wasteful.
Long-time listener. Long-time listener, Katy Perry.
I do think it's wasteful and crazy. However, I also think they could have gone to space without pissing everyone off if they had just spoken about it differently. If they had just been like, there are some really cool, really smart scientists that are giving us an opportunity, and it's really cool to learn from them and have this opportunity.
Yeah.
We all would have been like, okay, that's crazy, but go off, I guess, do your thing. But so instead they were making it like a spiritual endeavor in a way that I was like, you're actually not helping anyone or doing anything.
Okay, but then here's my question. Here's my question that becomes a little bit of like a not funny question, but maybe kind of a funny question.
Oh, no.
If it was celebrity men, how would it have been different? Like if Matthew McConaughey was on the ship, not that we're going to do like a gender podcast.
We wouldn't have been as mean.
I agree. Katy Perry
would have said it was out of touch, but we would not have been as mean.
Katy Perry does seem more out of touch than Matthew McConaughey if we're comparing
those two. They're both woo.
But they're both woo-woo.
We just allow men to do so much more.
Yes.
I had a whole conversation about this earlier today.
Which brings me to our conversation. Here's now a hot take.
Okay.
Why are we so horny? So horny.
I know you're going to say for Walter Goggins.
For Bobbins Dobbins. Why do we love Bobbins Dobbins so much? Great actor. But why are we so... It feels like it's one of those things that like... Once people start piling on, everyone starts piling on about Bobbins Dobbins.
A little peek behind the curtain. Gabe and I have already had this conversation today, and he apparently didn't think my answer was sufficient. But I will tell you what I told him earlier today, which is...
No, I think your ideology on the gendering of it all is right.
But what I'm saying, yes, I said to him, men can be ugly and hot at the same time in the way that women can never be. Are you
saying that as a stance that you hold or as a truth of society?
As a observation of the damn patriarchy.
There you go. Okay, great. Just wanted to clarify in case someone tuned in right then. Men
If you're joining us now,
men can be hot however they want. Thanks for dropping in if you just joined us.
No, you're not just joining us, but just to say that is the truth about the world. But I have always said... I don't feel as strongly as the way I just said that because I've always felt that hotness had very little to do with how someone looks.
And it has to do with how they behave and are.
How they behave and are. That's one word, by the way.
How they behave and are. That's true. That's true. Someone can be like aesthetically fine, but how they behave and are? Ooh.
There are plenty of examples of that, and I won't list them because I don't want to be like backhanded complimenting or insulting.
Backhanded insulting.
But there are so many examples of people being how they behave and are and being hotter for that.
Such as?
How they behave and are.
Someone who is hotter because of how they behave and are. Do you have any examples of someone? How they behave and are. Whoopi Dobbins. He's one of them. How they behave and are.
Barack Obama.
No, he's hot.
He's hot, but he's...
But it is how he behave and are.
He gets hotter when he talks.
With how he behave and are.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Not to get political.
Walton Bobbins. Barack Obamans.
Any man over the age of 50 with a good personality. I mean, really.
Makes him how they behave and are?
Yes. You meet an older dude who's
okay,
a little worse for wear, and he's like charming and funny. All of a sudden, you've got women in their 20s and 30s going like this. Maybe I'll kiss him.
Wow.
That's true. That's a fact of life.
And I think also, talk to me about like if you're an athlete, does that get like put into how you behave and are? If you're ugly but you're in the NBA,
yeah, that's a different thing though. That's like how like success speaks to your attractiveness level. Yeah. There's a lot of things that go into it.
Anyway, everyone loves Walty Bobbins. Everyone's loving Walty Bobbins. I think
he's hot.
Yeah, he's got a vibe to him.
And anyone styled for a magazine shoot is going to be appearing hot to us.
That's the point of a styling for the magazine shoot.
Totally. And he's hot in the way that he behave and are. Walter Goggins. Don't worry about your receding hairline.
Okay, I am pro that though.
Girls wanna kiss you anyway. If girls is what you're into, that's okay.
Yeah. I do like that he's bringing back whatever hairline you want is fire. Remember when Bruce Willis was like the coolest dude in the world? Bald. Jude Law, hot, receding hairline. It's great.
Jude Law, hot, receding hairline.
Yeah.
Hot.
And how he behave in R. And how he behave in R.
In how he behave in R, but also in the face.
Yeah.
Him in The Holiday, I know I always talk about The Holiday, but good God, that man in The Holiday, when he turns around and he's wearing the glasses and he's looking the way he looks.
Oh.
What a stud.
Yeah. We did Jude Law included in a bone, marry, kill the other day at work.
Yeah.
And
did you bone him?
No, I married him because
that's good.
I want to read books with him. And okay, so bone
he
marry,
seems cozy to cuddle up to.
Bone, marry, kill. He
is married.
It was Jude Law.
Okay.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh my gosh.
Jason Momoa.
Oh, that's really hard.
Okay, so a lot of, not to gender it, but a lot of the women at work wanted to ride the Jason Momoa ride.
Right, because he's big.
Yes. Which meant they were left to kill Jude Law or Pedro Pascal. This is a really good one, to be honest. Grant, would you like to weigh in on this one?
I don't think that's a good one because
to you, are you same as me? Oh, you go. Let me not tell you what your thing is.
Because 100% you're fucking Jason Momoa. Right?
No.
Not 100%.
No.
Not 100%.
No.
Not everybody.
About?
Not everybody.
Who are you killing? Then who are you killing?
He has the best bod. It's not even a question.
Wait, no. Not necessarily, because best bod is something different to everyone, truly.
Okay. Well, of course, this is all opinion. But Jason Momoa has the best bod, so you're fucking him. And then at that point, Mr. Wayback's got to go, bro.
Because you love Pedro?
Because we love Pedro.
And I couldn't.
And Grant can't do that hairline?
Yeah, I can't stare at the hairline.
The hairline doesn't bother me one bit.
No.
Oh, it's bad. But also, did you see the only content I've seen with Jude Law in it is that a horrendous Disney show, Skeleton Crew.
Oh, Andor's back, bro.
I know. I've already watched it. It's so good.
I'm excited about it.
Andor's the only good Star Wars. Can you turn that AC off?
Yeah, I agree.
Andor's the only good Star Wars show. The rest of them are really bad, especially Skeleton Crew with Jude Law in it. Just turn it to the right. Just pull that thing to the right. Yeah.
Is Hayden Christensen in Andor? I should know this because I used to work there, but
no.
Okay.
It's who's
no.
The main guy of Andor is like giving
Diego Luna.
He's giving Pedro Pascal vibes.
Oh, Diego.
I like him more than Pedro Pascal.
Diego Luna.
He's great. I agree. He's got.
Are they not the same ethnicity?
They might be. I don't actually know.
Gotta be close.
But still, you can't just say they're the same because they're from.
No, I just said he's giving vibes. That's all I said.
They are giving vibes. Diego Luna, he's got more mystery to him. Yeah. Pedro Pascal is like charm, but Diego Luna has mystery.
Adorablest boy in America. He's everybody's favorite boy. Ever since
I thought Tom Holland was the cutest boy in America.
He used to be.
Yeah.
And now, okay, there's a guy, I think his name is Jay Ellis.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's cute. But I think he's the hottest boy in America right now. To me.
Okay.
To me. I just watched him in a horrible TV show.
Oh.
And I was like...
Are you talking about...
From Insecure.
The one from Insecure,
not a horrible TV show. Insecure is amazing. He's so hot, that guy.
Oh, yeah. He's probably tall, too.
Yeah.
You know, I think
and he is, because I looked it up yesterday.
I think he played college basketball, which is even hotter. And then decided to become a successful actor. Could you imagine?
Wow.
Being hot and tall. Wow. The world's so easy when you're hot and tall. Look at all the things I can see up here. Look at all the things I could be, because I'm hot and tall. Being hot and tall
and rich as well.
Being hot and tall. Wow.
Having the respect of your peers.
And the respect of the people you're around. Wow.
Wow.
Anyway, that was lovely to live in that for a bit. How did it feel to live in the fantasy of being hot and tall for all of us here?
It felt great, but then I was brought back down to the reality of being a 5'6" woman who just recently found out she's allergic to chickens. Not chicken eating, but chickens alive. Why, you might ask? Because why else would my nose be so stuffed? After spending the weekend with 11 chickens, one of them named Tchotchke. My nose has been stuffed since I crawled into the coop and got Jessica, the chicken, off of her egg. She'd gone Bodie, or whatever it's called, where she thinks she's a mom, but she's not. There's no rooster there. The egg is just food. But Jessica doesn't know that. So every day I crawl into the coop and I pull Jessica out by her wings. She screams every time. Jessica screamed every time. I pulled her out of the chicken coop the first time I wore a helmet because I wasn't sure what Jessica would do. But it turns out Jessica was more scared of me than I was of her. And that was probably good, except I'm allergic. My nose is running. It has been running since I started watching chickens. I can't believe I'm still rapping about chickens. But I got 7 eggs.
I know that everyone just heard what it was, but you may have to recap what happened to you.
I was babysitting chickens this last weekend.
Shout out Oren Whalen, our neighbor Oren.
The person we probably shout out the most on this podcast, strangely.
Your neighbor, technically.
Definitely doesn't listen. Doesn't matter.
Hey, if you're cool, it's because you have purchased one of Oren's pieces of art. That's what makes you cool in the United States, in Earth, honestly.
On Earth.
You don't have, I just want, listener,
we should put
viewer,
his handle.
You don't have my respect.
Whoa.
Until you have purchased a piece of Oren's art.
You should purchase a piece of his art, but also don't worry about Gabe's respect. It's not that big of a deal.
You don't have any of my respect.
Until you have.
Ladies and gentlemen, now, if you're interested in being one of the coolest cats on the block, one of the kindest ladies in the place,
Whoa.
why don't you go ahead and come on down to OrenWhalen.com. That's ORRINWHALEN.com, where you can take a look at all of his finest fineries. He's got different kinds of, it's cool
You
what
should
he
say
does.
his
actually.
Instagram handle instead.
I think it's
Just Oren Whalen.
Okay.
at
ORRINWHALEN. Go ahead, take a look at his art, give him a follow, give him a like.
Give him a follow, give him a like.
There's actually nothing more devastating to hear than me doing that voice without the filter on it, because when I start to do that voice, it's just me talking like this, which is really devastating to listen to.
Should we get into my newly curated list of things I hate?
We should. And then Allie and I have a Did You Know?
Wait,
and then we got to
never
rank the
finished
brothers.
telling the story about what happened with Jessica.
Oh, yeah. Keep telling that while I prep Grant for this.
So Jessica has this psychological issue. She's one of the chickens where she thinks her egg is her baby. And it makes me really sad because, of course, her egg would be her baby if there was a rooster there.
But there's
that
no
could
rooster.
fertilize it, which, by the way, why don't you Google what it looks like for a rooster to fertilize a chicken's egg? It's crazy.
Don't they have like a barbed penis or something?
No.
What animal am I thinking of?
They touch holes.
What?
They touch holes.
We're talking about the same thing humans do, bro.
Okay, so
No.
technically, Al, technically so do we.
Okay, it's different
Not
though.
even
'cause-
technically, very obviously. So.
Yeah.
No. For
we do
people,
too.
one hole goes inside another hole.
But that's touching holes.
Sure. For chickens, they touch basically same size holes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's
Look it up. It's crazy. I saw
What?
like an anatomical like animation of it because
so
I was
there's
so curious.
There's nothing's getting inserted into anything. They're just smacking fronts.
Docking.
Actually,
Bumping
smacking
uglies,
front,
smacking fronts.
smacking front to back.
Front to back. Yeah.
Hers is on her back. His is on his front.
Yeah.
Anyway, I actually am not totally sure that's true. So look it up on your own time. However,
this is, of course, an agricultural podcast.
Of course. Jessica's convinced that this egg is her baby. And it's not her baby. It's just an egg. And that's really sad. But you can't let her stay on her egg because then she won't eat or drink water. Like, she'll just stay on the egg for a long time.
Because she thinks she's raising a baby, but then it never hatches.
So you have to pull her off of her egg. So every day that I was babysitting these chickens, I had to crawl inside the chicken coop and pull screaming Jessica off of her egg. And it was so sad because the scream really sounded like a cry. And every day I had to pull her off her egg, and then I'd take the egg and then I'd put her in the other part of the coop so she'd eat and drink. And it was so sad because she really just wanted her baby. So
bummer.
Yeah.
Absolute bummer.
Is she multiple days in a row she thought she was pregnant?
Yeah, every day that I babysat her, 3 days she was sitting on an egg.
They can have eggs that many days in a row?
Yeah, they like eggs every day.
That's what blows my mind is like, how are they consuming enough nutrients to like build an egg? Also, that's so fast. Think about like a 24-hour time lapse.
Yeah.
And the eggs are really big compared to their bodies.
That's whack.
And
that's so crazy.
Furthermore, they're dinosaurs, these girls.
Do the eggs genuinely taste different and better, or?
It tastes fresher, but I thought it was going to blow my mind. And it really just is like a fresher egg.
What do you mean fresher?
Like there's a difference between like no offense, an egg from Aldi or like, the eggs that are like $12 for a dozen.
There will be no Aldi shaming in this house.
Listen, I go to Aldi and I will continue to buy Aldi's eggs, but or Trader Joe's, when you crack an egg, the yellow of the yolk is just like a little lighter.
Yeah.
It's not as like rich of a color yellow.
Because that chicken been eating dirt.
Well, what's really blowing my mind is like all the eggs that I collected from the gals were different sizes and different colors.
Oh.
And I was like,
the yolks?
The color thing is,
shells.
I think, just the whole thing.
Yeah, the shells are different. Yeah.
Different colors, but I was surprised at the difference in size and shape. I mean, they're all pretty egg shaped, but still, there's way more of a difference.
Some of them look like starfish. Some of them are.
Some of them are sunshine shaped.
Yeah.
No, they're all egg, but I couldn't believe the size difference. And then I was like, wait, how did they get the eggs at the grocery store to be all the same? That's creeping me out now.
Oh yeah, they are kind of identical.
You just sort them, right?
No.
Oh yeah,
because they're sorted into jumbo and large,
and I'm sure
you
it's
can buy those different sizes at the grocery store.
And I'm sure it's the same. It's the same kind of chicken being fed the exact same kind of thing.
Yeah,
and they're as big as they can possibly
be. They're huge.
Yeah, so they've reached the ceiling of
the grocery store ones are probably a lot bigger than the ones Oren has, huh?
Wait, Gabe, I need your password. Hold on, ready?
There were same size or smaller size?
Yeah, I'm ready.
That lip reading girl on TikTok is gonna.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. And then someone's got to find me and take my phone.
Here's my list of I've notoriously.
Here we go. We're changing subjects.
Yeah, I think it's time. I notoriously have a list of things I hate, and I've decided to now write them down on my phone. This is probably not good for my mental health, or maybe it is. I've decided to start a list on my phone of titled things I hate.
Okay.
It has 6 things on it right now.
I'm worried.
I also have a list on my phone called List of Delights, and I write down little things that I find delightful.
We'll save that for the next episode, but
okay.
Can I say I'm a little concerned about this?
You shouldn't be.
We can bleep it out if it's a problem.
I'm a little offended that you are concerned at this. It's not going to be like...
Go ahead.
A specific...
I'm not worried. It's not going to be a people
group or something, yeah.
It's not going to say thick gays.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Number 1, bikers. The most entitled group on the planet.
Immediately a people group.
Immediately a people group.
No,
immediately a people group.
Whatever.
I'm with you. And do you mean the ones with motors or the ones where they are the motor?
Actually, both. Both are pretty bad. Both are entitled.
What's worse?
They think they own bicyclists. People on bicycles act like they own the goddamn road.
No, you ride a bike. You're not a bicyclist.
You're not riding on like the actual streets. The people who ride on the actual streets on their bike are the worst people.
Here, Al, let me tell you why you're not a bicyclist. Let me ask you 3.
I don't have the little
let me
pants?
ask you 3 questions that you won't know the answer to. Ready?
Try me.
What kind of brakes does your bike have?
Front.
No.
No. It is front.
Okay, but what kind of braking is it doing?
Squeeze.
Okay.
Squeeze.
What size are your tires?
Normal.
Okay. What brand is your bicycle?
Foldable.
Foldable is the brand?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't know what brand it is or the size of the tires or what kind of braking it's doing.
Oh, road tires.
That's not size.
Whatever. Keep going, Grant.
Number 2, liquor. And this is one that I've been hating and will forever hate.
Grant hates liquor.
Liquor's disgusting.
Grant hates the way I make cocktails
Liquor's horrible.
because I
Number 3.
like when it burns.
You know what? This is getting into people groups actually a little bit.
See, I told you.
No, not actually.
I told you.
Because number 3 is Ed Sheeran.
Oh, sure.
Oh, so you
We
hate
hate
the
Ed
Irish.
Sheeran. Gabe's wife also hates Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Well,
Let that be
don't-
known.
Shout out Lauren.
You guys, Ed, listen.
Shout out Ed Sheeran, longtime listener. He and Katy Perry.
He's the luckiest man on the planet.
Tell me why.
You go to any back room in Los Angeles and someone's playing the acoustic guitar and they have more talent than Ed Sheeran.
That's not.
100, bro.
I feel like
Let me
a
get
need
through my
to-
list.
Totally.
Number 4, leaf blowers, specifically gas leaf blowers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is there
bro.
anything louder and more annoying on the planet than gas leaf blowers?
No, we just had one almost ruin the
I know.
beginning of the episode.
I know this is a privileged position to be in, but when I'm working from my room and I have my window open and I'm trying to get a nice Los Angeles breeze in my bedroom, and then for the next 30 minutes I hear,
Don't do that. Don't do that. This is a listening medium.
well, I want people to understand.
I just when you did that, I reached for the volume knob on my keyboard as if it would help, and there was nothing I
You're
could
like,
do
"Please
about
make
it.
it stop."
I
Wait,
was
can
like,
you put your
"Oh."
password in again?
Yeah. You don't have it memorized?
No.
What the rest are?
No.
Gabe memorizes numbers really fast.
Memorizes numbers?
Yeah, I feel like you remember number
I
sequences.
just memorize things really fast. Oh,
Do you know my debit
Do-
pin, Gabe?
I know your last two are for sure. No, I don't know your debit pin. Oh,
Did
I
you
just
guess?
locked it when I handed it back to you.
This
I
is
just
the
locked
dumb.
it when
Okay,
I
for the
handed it
listener,
back
they're
to you.
throwing Gabe's phone back and forth, locking it as
There you
they
go.
toss
We'll get it,
it
we'll
like
get it. There you go.
clowns.
Oh. We Gucci?
Number 5 is also infamous on this podcast.
Okay,
It's the crispy R's.
right.
And
R's.
I sent Gabe, perhaps we could play it on this
Oh.
podcast. I sent Gabe an unbelievable example of a crispy R that I found in a song.
I don't think we can play it on here, but we can
I think we
share
can.
it to the stories on our
I think we
socials.
can.
Yeah, we can put it on
if
the
it's
stories.
like less than 15 seconds or.
Oh, really?
Anyway. I
Well,
think it'll be fine.
They're
Anyway,
not going to find us, yeah.
yeah. And number 6, any and all forms of middlemen.
Wow.
And that includes,
Give us
mostly when I say
examples.
that, I say insurance companies.
Yes.
Unnecessary middlemen. We don't need any insurance companies.
Get out of here.
Car salesmen. We don't need car salesmen.
Yes.
They're just profiting off of being between you and the car manufacturer.
Yes. It's literally trolls under the bridge.
It literally,
Hold on,
they provide no value other than gatekeeping a vehicle from you.
not gatekeeping. Hold on, let me form an opinion.
That contradicts yours.
No, I just
Let me
think.
figure out how to argue this.
No, I do think there are places where middlemen are useful because
Yeah.
because the people actually doing the thing don't have the bandwidth to sell the thing or to communicate the thing or whatever. Like
Maybe.
like the guy putting the car together can't also
No,
turn
but
around
you're
and
talking
be
about
like,
it
here's the car. Do you want it?
You're
Well-
talking about it from the business's perspective. He's talking about it from the consumer's perspective.
Well, both. Also, for example, Tesla, I know a hot topic. There's no Tesla dealerships. They sell direct to consumer. They don't have middlemen. You just buy a Tesla from Tesla. This
Right.
Ford could do the same thing,
Okay.
but they choose not to, and they choose to have dealerships, and they choose to profit off of you not having access directly to their product.
But how much of an extra cut is I do not want to talk about this.
Yeah.
I
It
was
depends.
about
It
to
depends.
say,
It depends. It depends.
Is Ford making more money off the dealership, or is Ford getting their money because the dealership is buying
Well, I think the dealership buys vehicles from Ford,
Right.
and then the dealership sells vehicles to you
and gets
as
money?
as much as
so
they possibly
Ford has
can.
already gotten their money.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to play
Okay.
that example or no?
I want to do
Example of what?
Of the crispy R? It's
I'll play it on the story.
amazing.
Yeah, we could if we get to it, it's right here. And if we didn't get to it, it'll be in the stories. And if it's not in the stories, we had
I
a
don't
busy
know.
week.
Hit us
Here's
up.
why it might not be in the stories.
I don't know. Hit us up. We respond. We
Here's
really
why
do.
it might not be in the stories. As of the recording of this episode,
Period.
it is Monday, April 28th.
Period.
Lauren and I went to the doctor today,
Yeah.
and the doctor is pretty sure the baby's going to come soon.
We went to the doctor named Drake.
What?
We went to the doctor.
I need to. Why can't I hear anything?
Were you about to say I need a max win? Yeah. Okay. I need a max win. And then his something happened?
Grant and I both
I was gonna say I need to max win.
Grant and I both just quoted things that mean nothing to anyone else.
Just deep cut Drake stuff?
Well, mine wasn't about Drake. Mine was about
Oh, his was about
Mine
Drake.
was-
People know Anita Max win.
Anita
That's the
Max
name of his
Win.
tour.
my quote
Is
was
it?
from Seussical the Musical, which people also know.
We went to the doctor. The doctor named Drake.
Who sat in the vine of the tree by the lake. I don't remember the words, but you know. Anyway, congrats on your baby.
Well, I'm just saying what might slow down things on social/recording. Don't congratulate me yet. Is that we went to the doctor today and the doctor did all the tests and was like, "This baby's coming soon."
Can you guys believe that?
Crazy.
A fresh new person coming soon.
And I don't know what it's gonna feel like at all. I have nothing to compare it to. Nothing to compare it to at all. Because what can you compare having a kid to? I guess I got a dog once. That's the closest I can think of. What can you compare having a kid to? I guess I graduated college once, and that was something that we waited a long time for. I have nothing to compare it to. All the dots that I can try to connect to come up with an educated guess are not even close, so I have no idea what it's going to feel like to have a little baby one. It feels kind of insane to not know, and it's also going to be like a person in our family that we all talk to. Do you know what I'm saying?
Till we die.
Till we die, and she lives longer than us.
Ideally. Could you fast forward a little and imagine yourself next week holding her baby hand? How do you feel?
It's kind of a vague little baby hand, 'cause I don't know what her face looks like. I think that's what's hard, is I don't know what her face looks like yet. But I know that she'll probably have just like a little baby body, and all the baby bodies are kind of the same, you know what I mean? So I can picture like chubby legs and like little fingies, but I don't know what her face looks like.
Yes, but
apparently
how do
the
you
doctor said
feel?
she'll have hair. So they could already tell that she'll be a fuzzy little baby on her head. So maybe she'll be like a little troll doll.
Do you love her yet?
No.
I can't wait to show her that clip when she's like 14.
Only 'cause I don't really know her yet. I know I'm gonna, here's what's odd. I know I'm gonna love her. No idea how or in what way or what that's gonna feel like or look like or what shape it's gonna take. But right now, no, because I don't know. But I'm telling her through the belly that we love her already.
Right, because you know you will.
But to be honest,
you don't feel it.
I'm making that up
Right.
to her. Because I want her to know
Well,
that
it's
it's
an
safe out here, and I will. I anticipate that I
It's
will.
an educated guess.
That is an educated guess for sure.
Yeah.
But no, it still doesn't feel real. It still doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
It feel putting the car seat in the car made it feel like realistically 8% real. I felt the baby move in a big way on the belly today that made it feel 8.6% real, but it's still like.
Do you think it feels realer to Lauren?
I can't speak for her. It definitely feels more real to her than it does to me, but she even is like feels crazy and like still not totally real.
Yeah.
But it's wild. It's really wild. It's really wild. And these last few weeks of pregnancy, I've been in a different town than her, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's maybe why that song that Grant wanted us to post might not end up on there, is because I might be having.
Should we write the baby a song?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, 100%. What kind of? Do you have a specific vibe that
I want it to be a lullaby.
Oh. give you.
Hello, baby girl. Welcome to this big wide world. Your dad is the host of a podcast. I know you don't know what that means yet, but I wouldn't tell your friends, 'cause it's a little bit embarrassing.
Hello, baby girl. Welcome to this world. Your aunt is a host of a podcast.
Shit.
It's really embarrassing because she needs her brothers to do the recording, or else she'd just be talking in a void, which is something that she does on her own and we try to avoid.
Hello, baby girl. Welcome to this big wide world. It's crazy out here. I wouldn't read the news if I were you.
Hello, baby girl. Now that we think about this crazy world, your mom and I are not gonna teach you how to read. We'll just keep you safe. Your mom and I are not gonna teach you how to read, or write, or post, or tweet. Your mom and I are not gonna teach you to read, because then you'll know too many things that are happening.
To be clear, we are going to teach her how to read. And I am going to make sure she has an amazing education and takes over the world. And that's right, everyone. In the year 2057, 8, the vote for this baby for president of America.
She won't be old enough.
He did the math better than you could.
Also, can we do a little upbeat remix? When you originally said "baby girl," I was hoping it was welcome. What was it again? Welcome, baby girl, to this baby world. And I was hoping for.
Welcome, baby girl, to this baby world. Welcome, baby girl, to this baby world.
The best thing about this world is cheese and pools and sunshine. I hope you get a lot of that, and you will if I have anything to say about it.
But don't mix your cheese with sunshine, and don't mix your cheese with pool. But those are the best things in the world, it's true. Hello, baby girl.
Why don't you welcome to this world? You can come shopping with me and come to my house, and I will hang out every day. Me and this girl.
Okay. Anyway, that wasn't what you were seeking.
No, it didn't make sense with the title. The title's Baby Girl, Baby World, and then we talk about little baby things in the baby world. You guys didn't really do a good job with that one.
Hello, baby girl. Welcome to this baby world. We got a baby little earth and a baby little house. What makes it a baby house is that it's tinier than a normal little house.
And have you ever had a baby croissant? It's smaller than a big croissant.
But it still rises. Hey, little girl.
Welcome to this baby world. Your Uncle Grant wants us to execute a vision that we don't really understand.
No, I understand it. I'm just tired of this song. He was right. Okay.
That's what she's gonna fall asleep to once she's here.
Do you have a did you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Grant, let us know.
We've decided
Let us know.
that Did You Know is a new segment, and we will do it until we say the same Did You Know at the
And so
at the
it's Grant's
same
job
time.
to let us know. Oh, we will do it until we say the same Did You Know at the same time.
Have you seen those twins that talk at the same time, the Australian twins?
Da Vinci?
No, not the Da Vinci. No, okay, when we're done recording, I'm
seen
going to
it.
show you
They're
those
telling
girls.
the police report, or not the police report.
Yes, and
it's
they're
the
talking
two women.
at the same time.
They're standing outside the Ferris wheel or
but
whatever.
they're not actually getting it, so
No,
it's crazy. It's
no.
even crazier because they're not actually talking at the same time. Anyway, okay.
Shout out, happy birthday, Francis twins, by the way. I
Happy
gotta text
birthday.
them. I gotta text them.
Happy
Zach and
birthday.
Derek.
Happy birthday to some twins we know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. And Grant, let us know if we say the same thing.
Grant, please let us know.
Please let us know if we say the same thing. Hold on, I want to make sure that I'm going to say the right words.
Can I say that mine applies to?
No.
Okay. Not even any.
Okay,
clues?
so it's. Did you know that?
Yes.
Let me make sure I'm
Can
going
I
to say
say
the right
something
words.
before we get into
Yes,
this?
please.
I also confirmed, for those of you that saw one of our most recent clips about the octopus, I confirmed it's octopuses.
It is octopuses.
It is against all odds pusses, and I'm shocked to learn this.
Isn't that crazy?
Our mother looked it up and texted us all
Yeah.
and said, "Would have
Said
bet my
I
mortgage
could've-
on octopi."
Yeah, we thought it was octopi. But someone commented that octopus and its friends sounded right, and I agree.
Okay, I just want to warn you. Mine is like a tiny bit of a long sentence.
Okay, I'll lengthen mine.
Okay.
To make sure we're saying the same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
Did you know that
Jack
chickens
Black's
can
mom is an
count all
aerospace
the way to
engineer who
5?
rescued the Apollo 13 astronauts?
Wait, that makes so much sense.
Chickens can count all the way to 5?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. I read it online.
But they only got 3 fingies.
Right. So beats me. I can only count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, go back to Jack
5.
Black's mom thing.
Okay, Jack Black's mom was an aerospace engineer for NASA and worked on the mission abort software that helped rescue the Apollo 13 astronauts.
I can't fathom that level of responsibility at my job.
Oh, the thing that saves the astronauts' lives?
Oh! I
Yeah.
failed at something at my job today, and guess what happened? Nothing.
Maybe that's why he's the greatest comedian we have alive right now, is because
Bold
he was
statement.
born out of
Greatness.
the highest level of things that matter. And for him to come out, he's
her
like,
womb-
nothing could possibly matter more than what my mom does. So let me go ahead and absolutely rip it through the world.
I mean, yeah, he gets to just rip it.
Because everyone's like taking acting seriously. And he's like, why?
He's like, let's just rip
Let's
it.
just
My
have
mom
fun.
saved astronauts in space.
Dude, that's a great point. Jack Black acts the only way you should be doing acting.
Yes.
That's the only way you should be doing acting, is the way
Yes.
that Jack Black is doing acting, and I'm glad we came to that
Yeah,
conclusion.
I agree.
I thought you were going to say
subscribe
Jack
that.
Black acts the only way you should be, which is just like,
That also too.
well, no, I think we do need serious people. But if you have a
He's a
penchant,
serious boy.
if you have a penchant for goofiness, be that.
Here's my
If
this
you
is
have
my
a penchant for goofiness,
Be that.
If you have a penchant for goofiness, just be that. All you have to do is just be that. If you have
That was
a
all there was
penchant
to
for
it. huh?
goofiness, I'm gonna
Just
say
be
it.
that.
Just be that.
No, I am very pro this. It's not that he's not serious. I think this is one of my favorite things is people like that are signaling what is to be taken seriously by what they choose not to take seriously.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the more you choose to take unserious, you're signaling to the world, this is not something that we need to fret about. Let's fret about starvation. Let's fret about all these serious things. But let's just have a good time.
When it's time to have a good time, let's just have a good
Let's
time.
just have a good time.
Let's just have a giggle. Could you play me in?
Uh-huh. In what way?
Just any sound.
Yeah, any sound.
It's that time of the week again, boys, where I rank you 1 to 2. You're gonna be shocked this week when I tell you who wins the ranking of the brothers. Get ready. Thank you. This week, the number 1 brother is actually Gabe.
Did you have a finger on both buttons? No. You were
You
ready.
knew it was going to be
You
him
knew it
because
was
I said you're going to
be
be shocked who it is.
Well, you're going to be shocked who it is. And also, anytime she says this week is actually
Gabe.
that means it's against her will.
And-
Which I think you should be complimented by the way, that it hurts her to give it to me, which should be a compliment to you just at large.
I don't.
Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't give her as much pain to praise you.
Yeah. Well,
I'll
there's
just-
one who like deserves it more than the other, and that's, so like Of course that makes sense.
I think that's possibly it, Grant, but I also think that it's like I have a deep-rooted desire for Gabe to lose at any game he plays because that's
Unpack
like
it. Go
when
ahead.
my brain was forming the
Talk about it.
grooves in my brain.
Talk about it.
I was desperate for Gabe to be losing at any game we were playing because usually his opponent was me.
Go ahead,
And so
talk
now,
about
even when I'm not the opponent, I still want him to lose the game. I really want him to be successful in life. I want him to have good marriage, good partnership, good children, successful career. But when it comes to something small that's gamified, I want his ass destroyed. Do you
Oh,
understand?
dude. Playing Uno
I think that's what it means to be the sibling to someone.
is you want to destroy them in every way except that you wish them well.
Except that I'm like desperate for you to be doing well in life.
Wish for you to do well.
Maybe
Absolutely
even,
wish for
maybe
you to kill
even
it.
more so than I wish for myself.
Agree?
But if you
Destroy
win
you.
a game,
Destroy
I want you dead.
you.
I want you
Destroy
dead.
you.
Yeah. Anyway,
Destroy.
the reason that you are ranked number 1 in the ranking of the brothers this week is because we are so close to you giving me a new best friend.
Crazy.
Crazy. I'm gonna bring her to parties.
I thought you were going to buy a convertible. We talked about it last week.
Yeah, I've run into some financial issues.
So you'll keep
We'll
the
get
car.
there. We'll get there.
You'll keep the car that
I'm
you
driving
have.
my Kia Forte for now,
For now.
but folks, stay tuned because we'll get there. It's
Okay.
coming down the pipeline any second now.
You guys, here's something that we didn't celebrate last week because we were in the spooky basement, which, by the way, thank
Horrendous.
God we're out of that spooky
It's
basement.
crazy because we'll never be in that basement again.
Never.
Never. There's like no scenario
There's
in which
no
we're
chance.
ever in that basement
There's
again.
no chance ever
Famous
again.
last words.
Um,
We stitch ourselves in 12 years. For whatever reason, we're in that basement again.
honestly, that would be amazing because a lot of things would have
Gone
I don't
wrong.
wanna be in that basement
no,
again.
there's no reason for us to ever do that again.
No. Okay. Something we didn't celebrate last week with our listeners and each other is that last week was our 20th episode.
20?
And so my friend Clay Carnell from back home in Detroit,
Shout
Michigan,
out.
shout out Clay, told me once, and I'm going to botch the numbers, but I'll be close.
Yeah.
He said, if you make it to 6 episodes, you're in the top 20% of podcasts ever made because most
No
podcasts
way.
die after like 4 or 5 episodes.
Crazy.
He said, if you make it to 20 episodes, you are in the top 1 or 2% of podcasts.
You know what's crazy? I actually believe that because of how hard it is to get together and do this,
No,
even though
agree.
we're siblings.
Agree.
Like I can't. If we weren't siblings, this would have died already.
Isn't
for
that
sure.
crazy?
Yeah, or if we had more money, it'd be easier.
Would it though? Would it though, actually?
Yeah, because
We'd hire someone.
It would
all-
make the
because
work
the
less
all-
hard.
because all you would have to do
Is
well,
show
it'd be
up.
easier for me. It wouldn't be
That's what I mean.
necessarily
Yeah, yeah,
any
yeah.
easier for you.
That's
guys.
what
I'm
I
like,
mean.
Because all
I'm over here like I don't see
Allie's
how
like,
it would
don't
make
see
it
how that would
easier.
change this. Gab. Play me in.
like if we had a studio downtown that we had a producer and an
Yeah.
editor work in, and
Yeah.
we just showed up and did the podcast
Yeah.
and left,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could handle that.
Here's
But
my question for
it
you.
makes it difficult because of all the things that we have to do.
How much easier would the podcast be if you didn't have to set up, tear down, and you could just take memory cards with you? Like if we had a setup that we left up somewhere, would
the
that be
editing
easier?
the editing is the hardest part.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you could leave the setup in my home office. Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada
One
bing,
step
bada bing.
closer.
Bada bing, bada bang.
But honestly, I use my home office for working. So
That's what it's for.
you
But
wouldn't
20
believe
episodes,
how
you
much-
guys.
Congrats, you
You
guys.
guys.
Way to go.
This is the
Gents.
21st episode. This episode is legal to drink.
I was just about to say this episode could have a beer,
Grant hated the joke.
but
He's a good supporter.
Rent a car.
And we thank you. And
Wait
hey,
till we have an episode that could rent a car.
and hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know that I get teased for being cringe about saying thank you to everybody listening, but I've been checking the
Go ahead,
DMs
say
on the
thank
Instagram,
you.
and people have been happy about that.
Okay.
People have been happy about that.
Thank you truly for. Are we closing? Are we done?
No, I just was saying this. I just was saying.
I was about to make an announcement.
We got a DM the other day that I think I told you guys about, but one of the ladies who commented on the dresses with pockets thing that
Oh,
was your
she was
famous
mad at
heat.
me?
No, she was not. She was talking about what about what about shorts under skirts?
Oh, and I said,
And you said pro shorts under skirts.
Yeah.
She sent us a message.
And she said, thanks
And she said,
for addressing.
can't believe I got a shout out on the pod. Almost crashed the car.
Girl,
I said,
believe
drive
it.
safe.
We will shout anyone out.
Drive safe. Yeah, we will shout
Girl,
anyone out.
believe it. And here's your second shout out, drive safe.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway,
it.
20 episodes, you guys. That's a lot of episodes. That's a lot of editing for Grant. Thank you, Grant, for doing this. Really appreciate you.
Thank you, Grant.
Thank you.
You know what would be a better way to thank Grant is to not
sing a song.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I literally had that thought was
We're pissing him off
let's
so
just
bad
stop
right now.
the song now.
Yeah.
But just know that let us give you a song in your heart that's in your flavor of. Well,
Do you
know
wanna
what?
sing?
An even better
Do you
way to
wanna
thank
sing,
Grant.
No.
An even better way to thank Grant is to give him his kind of music.
Oh no.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's-
Ooh it, ooh it.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh it, ooh it. Ooh it, ooh it. Ooh it, ooh it.
This is so much worse.
Wah, 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 wah.
You could do it. Do it with your.
That's the only drum patch I have right now.
Can you do boonty canty and then also play the bass line?
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Ooh it, ooh it. Okay. Grant, do you,
First
Put your hands up.
do you feel sufficiently thanked, Grant?
Here's what we'll do to thank me is Gabe and Ellie were nice enough to bring food over before filming, and I'm just gonna not pay you for the food that we
sick.
brought over.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
great.
fair
'cause Gabe
enough.
paid for
Okay,
that, so.
great.
Oh,
Cool.
I did? Oh, yeah, I did. Dang.
I'll pay you for I'll pay
Allie's
you for
like, ooh, gotta pee. I was like, okay, I'll pay.
no, I will pay you. I'll pay you for half of Grant's burrito as well.
Fire.
Yeah.
I love that.
So
I love that.
what does that put me in? What
Did
does
you
that put me
guys
back?
hear that Katy Perry went to space?
Whoa, had you guys heard that Katy Perry went to space?
Did you know that Katy Perry went to space?
Hold on a second.
Wait a second. Did you guys hear about the thing that happened to Abraham Lincoln at the theater? Did you guys hear about this? It was absolutely
I
insane.
actually have a hot take on that. A
On
late
that one?
take.
A late take. This is another late
A
take.
late take.
I'm loving it. Made me sit up because I
on
like the idea of
John
late.
Wilkes Booth.
Johnny Wilkes Booth, actor.
What do you think?
Did you know John Wilkes Booth was an actor?
Hey, look at me
Of
in my
course.
eyes. Audience, look at me in my eyes when I say this to you.
Hey,
Of
don't
course.
date actors.
Don't
Don't
date.
date. Of course.
Of course. They're murderers, all of them.
Every single one of them is 1 second away from absolute
The only thing worse,
shooty McGooty.
the only thing, don't say shoot.
What was the play he was at? That's what I want to know.
Hamlet.
Cats the musical.
He was at Cats. He died at Cats.
Stop. No
The
one died at
last
Cats.
thing-
Guys, no one has ever died at Cats.
The last thing he saw was
That's probably not true. That no one's ever died at
oh my
Cats.
gosh. My friend wouldn't mind me saying this, but and he'll never listen. He'll never hear this. He doesn't listen to this podcast. When I was doing the Book of Mormon in Wisconsin, we had to hold
When you
the
had
show.
Tinkle Tie.
When I had Tinkle Tie, famous Tinkle Tie, we had to hold the show once because someone died in the lobby. Like an older guy, died in the lobby. And my friend Ian was like, "Oh my God, my fucking
Why'd you
ancient-"
say his name?
Oh,
Just we'll bleep it out. We'll bleep it out.
my friend Ian. Hold on, one more time. My friend so he was like, oh my God, my old ass grandpa's here. I wonder if and literally
It was his grandfather.
His grandpa was the one who had passed in the lobby.
In the lobby of his
Yes,
grandson's
we had
musical.
to hold the thing, and he
Wait,
found
that's
out
actually
after.
really sad.
No, Ian has the kind of my friend has the kind of humor that kind of thing is like sort of cosmically funny to him. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it is cosmically funny.
Yes, like sad, of course, but he understands.
I wish he would have died after the show.
Agree. Beautiful show.
Beautiful show.
Well, this person was an offstage cover anyway, so he wasn't in the show anyway. So they had just come to see.
Oh, well, then it's for the best.
It's for the best
Because it would have been embarrassing.
Madison, Wisconsin. Madison's cool. Madison's like, hey, shout out Madison, Wisconsin.
Isn't it crazy to think that any of us could die in a theater lobby in Madison, Wisconsin at any time?
Truly. Oh my gosh. At the show, I'm wrapping up this. By the time this episode comes out, I'll be still doing this show.
Smile.
Yeah. There were some people who were sitting in the front row who were gifted front row seats to the show on Sunday night because this was their second time attending because they had to leave the show early last time they came a few weeks ago because someone barfed on this lady's head. Someone behind her, some drunk ass old rich lady barfed on this woman's head.
Someone barfed on me and it got in my hair.
Barfed on her head.
You wouldn't be able to give me front row seats to the show because I will have already burned the theater to the ground.
And also my thought was give them back row seats. So they have no one behind them.
No one behind them.
Don't give them front row seats. That's the most dangerous. There's so many barfers behind you.
Give them the theater.
Give them, name it after them.
Name the theater after these people.
This woman got barfed on.
That's horrendous. And they said, we'll give you front row seats. You can be closer to the theater, people.
Apparently it wasn't like some drunk 21-year-old. It was like a woman in her 60s barfed. And as the story goes, I don't know if this is true because
I'm not mad at the woman who barfed. It's just the thing in general is horrible.
The thing in general is horrible.
Because sometimes you barf and you didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, but I guess these ladies ran into each other in the bathroom during the show, and the one lady was like, "I'm sorry, did you know that like
you barfed
just
on me?
Barfed all over me?" And I guess the lady was like, "What?" Like,
wait,
had no idea.
Imagine confronting the woman that barfed all over you. And
I would
she's
leave.
Confused.
I wouldn't go clean my hair in the bathroom. Or I guess maybe
like,
I'd rinse.
Did you know that you barfed me?
I would rinse, but would you say to the person, "Girl, you barfed me," Grant, or would you? I would be like,
oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm sending you a Visa gift card for $1 billion.
No, because if you barf someone, you're not present enough to be able
to I would turn around and be like, oh, what do you mean? If I saw them in the bathroom or like in that immediate moment?
Oh, both. Do what you think I said.
If someone barfed, I would turn around and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And then, but how is that not the only way that played out?
No, I agree.
I could see being really polite. Like I would be like, oh my God, no worries. I would be like, no worries. And then I'd burn the theater to the ground later.
There was a kerfuffle in the middle of the number and we all didn't know what it was. And then people just left. But I was like, I guess I don't, don't stop the show, but I guess like at what point do you stop the show?
I think don't stop believing.
Definitely don't
also,
stop believing.
Do you know how much you have to drink to throw up?
Maybe she had like.
I do.
To just be sitting there. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I've actually never barfed from alcohol. I'm pretty good at keeping it under wraps.
I have once. A friend came over and they worked at a place that sold wine and they brought a bunch of different wines. And I tried a bunch of different wines. Too. And it was like different kinds of wines, lots of different kinds of
alcohol is
wines.
not a massive problem. It's when you pair sugar with alcohol, that's when you get yourself into a real pickle.
Yeah. A real Jacob's pickle.
Well, I'm sorry to that woman who got barfed during a musical. That's
hell. That's actually, here's a question. Is that worse or better than AB's Linkies?
Getting shot and died or getting barfed on?
Okay. Once he died. Once she barfed, had to feel the barf and continue to feel the barf and be alive in the barf.
And have a memory of the barf.
Right.
After that.
He went off to sweet bliss.
I know the funny thing would be to say that I want to be assassinated in a theater, but the truth is I'd rather be barfed on. Because I love life. I love to live. I want to stay alive.
Because I love life. Oh, that was the wrong patch. I love life.
I love life. I love to live.
I already hate this one. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We love you guys. We love life. We love to live. We love that you listen. Live, laugh, listen.
Sometimes I see influencers who say I love you to the audience, and I'm like, no, you don't. That's crazy. But I actually feel a love.
No, I agree, actually. I genuinely do.
It's so nice of anyone to listen to this.
No, I agree.
And I love you guys.
I agree. It's actually really fun. We're building a little community of people online who are the same kind of idiots as us. That's the thing. No matter what you try to be.
Idoits.
The same kind of. Is that what
Our fans are the adoits.
They're the adoits. Oh my gosh, my fellow adoits, thank you for listening. For those who haven't
I don't
seen
think
this
we
or
have
knew
enough
about
fans
this.
to be able to label them.
No, we can label them early.
If we have more than one, they can be adoits.
Yeah, we have.
I guess at least the three of us.
They're not to give it a number, but there's hundreds of adoits, and we're headed towards
Hundreds.
We're headed towards thousands of adoits, which is great. Adoits is a famous misspelling of the word idiots because
that one time that I didn't even know I spelled it wrong.
our group chat between the three of us is called Idiot Group for just adoits.
I feel like I should say I graduated from college. I'm really a smart girl.
Yeah, but what kind of colleges did you go to?
It's time to wrap up.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys so much. We love the adoits. Live, laugh, listen. Podcast or die. Did you guys hear about Katy Perry going to space?
Bye.
We gotta go.